What's going on YouTube? My name is FG3000. I'm back in the place to be and welcome back to the mobile gaming tier list. In today's video, we're going to be adding October releases to the tier list. Next week we will add November releases, and then of course in January we'll add December's games to the tier list, and that will complete 2020. Really short list here for October. Not a lot of new games came out, so let's go ahead and take it from the top. Starting off a little lukewarm with Craft Legend Epic Adventure. Now, this was an interesting hodgepodge of genres and games. So it was a mix between an idle game, Hero Collector, and Terraria. So I do appreciate that they did try to think outside the box, although I don't really think they did any of those particular pieces to the puzzle justice at all. It was just like, if you want to play Terraria, go play Terraria. If you want to play an idle game, do that. You want a Hero Collector, go play something else. So it didn't really feel like it accomplished what I think it tried to do. At the same time, I do still respect it for trying, but respect don't get you up on the tier list, my friend. That's going to be a D from FG. So the next game up is going to be Goddess of Genesis S. This is a brand new Hero Collector brought to you by the Landgrisser development team. I really enjoyed this game's graphic style. Everything is just very, very colorful, a nice diverse cast of characters. I stopped playing the game shortly after launch, but I still low-key regret leaving my Mary behind. I thought she was an amazing character, although it's not all rosy with Goddess of Genesis S, although it does lose a few points for me because I'm not a big fan of gameplay modes that require you to be online at a very specific time of the day. I do not like those at all, and the monetization kind of rubbed me the wrong way. It had a monthly subscription that hid quality of life features behind that paywall, preventing non-players from sweeping through some of the daily resource grind stages. Although I was on Twitch, twitch.tv/FG3000, talking to some people that do main this game, and they're like, FG, it's really not that big of a deal long term. So how much that all affects you is definitely going to be subjective. If it's your main game, maybe you don't care as much. So with all that being said, when I judge it from a gameplay perspective, I still do think it's a solid game, and it's at least as good as Lord of Heroes. So I'm going to go ahead and put it right there next to Lord of Heroes at B. Next game up is going to be Magatazu. Now, this is one of those games where when you first install it and you first start playing it, that first couple of hours when you're playing the game, you're like, wow, this is a very unique experience. But after that initial wave and beyond that first day, it really starts to show some of its weaknesses with the daily gameplay loops. It really starts to become this kind of hands-off auto grinder, which I was not really a big fan of. So for me, Magatazu, it's definitely, I would actually put it at a high D. I'll go ahead and give it a C, but just know it's a high D, low C from FG on Magatazu. So the next game up is Monster Quest 7 Sins. Now, in a normal year, this game wouldn't have even made the video, but here in 2020, I don't have to tell you, there has not been as many monthly releases as in previous years, so this game luckily makes the video, but unluckily is gonna make it down over there into the F tier. I have zero faith that this game is gonna last very long at all, maybe a couple of months, and I feel like this is one of those games that's probably gonna shut down and come back under a different name. So yeah, just like Fantasy League, Arena, RPG, algorithm name, whatever the name of this game is, same exact concept. Put that bad boy under the F category. I wouldn't touch it at all. So as we're nearing the end of the list, we have Noblesse Zero, which is an idle game based on the Noblesse franchise. I felt that the game was a bit bare when it came to content. However, a normal idle game, I'd probably just throw it at C. Most idle games are pretty similar at this point. You just kind of pick whatever skin of that idle game you really want. But considering I felt the game was a little content light, I am gonna go ahead and drop Noblesse Zero down to D. Maybe if you just really love the franchise, it might creep it up to a low C for you. But I think for most people that don't know anything about the webtoon, that's gonna be an easy D from me. So the next game up is gonna be Wild West Heroes. And you guys know me, I am very easy to please. Give me something unique that I have never collected before, and I'm gonna play your game for at least a day or two. All right, at least a day. I played this game like 4 days though. But once the allure of the Wild West aesthetic starts to wear off, the rest of the game doesn't really hold up. So for Wild West Heroes, I'm also gonna give that one a D right there. A lot of D's in this video, but don't you worry, we're gonna end it off hot. So last but not least for October releases is Illusion Connect. If you guys are subscribed to this channel, you guys know Illusion Connect is one of my main games. Exos Heroes and Illusion Connect, I play every single day. So it should not be any surprise that now that we have this triple S category, I'm just joking. So Illusion Connect, that's gonna be an easy A, put it right next to Exos Heroes. Speaking of that triple S category, every single time we get a new best game, we make another tier. So last video, Genshin Impact became the very first SS tier game. Now we gotta have a triple S tier. Now, if you want me to make like a prediction for this triple S tier, I do believe that in 2021, we'll have a triple S game. I don't know what it's gonna be. I have no clue on what it's gonna be, but I feel like people are gonna look at this Genshin formula and start putting a little bit more effort in mobile games, and it's only gonna rise all these games up, right? So I think in 2021, we might start finally seeing maybe like 2 less rows of the games down here at the bottom and a few more rows up here at the top. And I think it's nothing but a net positive. So that's gonna do it for October releases. Like I said, late next week, we'll update this tier list with all the games released through November. And then in January, we'll do the final 2020 tier list for all games released through December. Although for December, I don't really anticipate any big major releases. I think for the most part, the year is done. So as far as the tier list is concerned, I gotta say I'm pretty proud of it. Of course you are, FG. I know. Now, I'm not crazy. No tier list is perfect by any means. I'm sure there can be some arguments for some of the games here in the B, C, and D category to kind of move around. I know some people out there would want Xeno Alice to move up, Tales of Cristoria to move up, War of the Visions to move up, Exos Heroes to move down. But I would say up here in this upper tier, if you've been playing mobile games here in 2020, I think it'd be very hard to argue that these are the very best games that released on the mobile platform this year. Genshin Impact, Seven Deadly Sins, Arknight, Guardian Tales, Exos Heroes, okay, Illusion Connect. These are like the best games that released this year. Not a bad year at all. But look at this L right here. Look at the L. Well, sorta, kinda. Like we did that, it'd be a real L. All right, guys, I am out. My name is FG3000. I thank you a ton for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one later.